right. Hey, guys, what's going on? My name is Chris Huckes, and this is Your Best Life Defined. I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of settling in. It feels good. I woke up this morning. It's kind of a brisk day in Michigan. We're kind of, the leaves are changing. I think tomorrow, Sandy and I are headed up to the UP. We're headed up to see the tunnel of trees. Apparently, that's this big, like 45-minute drive where the highway is just overgrown with trees, and with the colors changing, it's going to be beautiful. Hopefully, I'll post some stuff on social media. I've been kind of, I don't know, I've been a little bit inactive on social media. I don't really enjoy it that much. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, hey, let's get to this thing. So let me ask you a question. Is there anything in your life that sucks? Anything you do every day where you're just like, it sucks? Like I don't remember. I was listening to a book when I first retired. There was a lot of listened to a lot of books. I just did. I had a lot of time on my hands. Sandy was still working, so I would just download an Audible book and I'd listen to it. And I listened to a book, and this guy was talking about motivation and how to get things done. And I don't remember his name, and forgive me for that, but I don't remember his name, but I do remember him saying that in his philosophy for accomplishing difficult tasks is to eat the frog first. And what that comes down to, I know that's kind of gross, but what that comes down to is what he's saying is, he says, do that most difficult thing that you have to do first, and then everything else will fall in line behind it, because once you've done that, then everything gets easier from there, right? And that's an important concept if you're thinking about achieving goals and attaining goals. I mean, this has been difficult for me. I'm really kind of liking the new sound quality that I've got going on right now. I hope I can hear from you on that, at least if you're not talking about anything else. Let me know how the audio sounds on this thing, because I really appreciate it. I'm trying to give you the best quality thing I can. But anyway, when you look at this podcast, you don't have to rock it. You don't have to love it to rock it. What does that mean? What are we talking about there? Well, what it really comes down to is how much of your life is spent doing stuff that you don't like truly love, right? I mean, right now, no matter where you're at, unless you're me, and even, I mean, I guess 16 hours a month or 16 hours every time I move is about how much time I spend doing what sucks. That and about an hour a week when I empty the black tank. But other than that, I don't really work that hard. But look at your life. Given the number of things that you have in your life that suck, right? Doesn't it make sense that you would actually try and find a way? Wouldn't you be wanting a way to make it better, to make that time go by better or more bearable for you? Seems to me that's logical. That's what we're going to talk about. Let's go ahead and get right on this. So how do you do that? Well, everything we do starts with our perspective. It starts with a thought. Our emotions are the response of a thought, or our perspective, or the lens we are looking through when we look at any activity we engage in, right? It's not the actual activity itself that causes the burden, though. The truth is, the reason that things suck, some things suck more than others, is because of the things that it's keeping us from doing. It's always a comparison. We are always making comparisons from where we are to where we want to be. That's why the grass is always greener. That's why no matter what we go and buy, there is never a point in the last 5 years when you've said, okay, I have enough. I'm done buying shit, honey. I got it all. I mean, you'd freak out if someone told you that. You don't know anyone. I mean, I don't know anyone who's actually said, all right, I'm done. I've got enough. Just going to put my money away. I'm going to spend time playing now. I'm going to go travel because I don't need to buy any more crap. Get that under control, and you've got a secret to living your best life. But the reason that you're doing the things you do that suck, things you do that you don't enjoy, is because of that choice. So how do you make those things rock? How do you make it so that you can show up every day to that job that sucks, and you can find energy in it and be excited about some aspect of it, or be encouraged and energized to go ahead and do the best you can and work towards your best accomplishment, right? How do you do that? How do you make it better? Well, the first thing you do is you be in the moment. The reason work sucks is because while we're at work, we're thinking about where we'd rather be. How about focus on being at work? I mean, or being at work and focus on where the being at work is going to take you. See, we know how to earn money and we know how to spend money, but we've never been taught how to focus or how to look at that in the right light. Imagine you go into that job, but instead of you working to pay your bills, to pay for that big-ass house and that fancy-ass car and all that crap you thought you needed but really didn't need, imagine how you would look at your work if you came to work and that work was paying for your sailboat. That working was actually just money you were putting away because you planned to travel to the Caribbean and you wanted to have a year's cash stashed up so you could just lay around on the boat in the Caribbean for a year. I don't know about you, but working wouldn't suck nearly as bad, would it? See, the problem is we're working for the wrong things, and that's where it's hard to get this to apply. Let me see. I mean, just tell me, okay, go to work at that job you do every day and imagine how amazing it is because of that amazing house, that amazing life you have because you just love your car that much. It just adds so much energy to your life that you can't imagine doing anything else. Jump on it. Jump on it. If you can find that kind of motivation and that kind of thinking in the things you already have, then friggin' you're already there. You don't even need to listen to the rest of this. But chances are you're not. Chances are you wake up every day, and there are days you wake up and you think to yourself, I wish today was already over. I wish today was already done. We all do. Well, I don't anymore. Because I wake up every day thinking, okay, no matter what I face, I'm going to make it better. Because I'm going to go kayaking, I'm going to go mountain biking, I'm going to do a podcast, I'm going to read something, I'm going to learn something. It's all good for me. Is that how it feels for you? So back to the struggle, It all comes down to the story. Stop thinking about anything except for what you're doing. Focus, be in the moment with that thing you're doing. If you and your wife are in a conversation, you and your partner are in a conversation, then be in that conversation. Don't be thinking about what you're going to do next, because until that conversation ends, your time is taken. That was one of the hardest, the most difficult things I faced in making this transition from who I was to who I've become. And that is the ability just to sit back, focus completely, all of my attention, be in the moment and listen. Listen to my wife, listen to her amazing stories, embrace how beautiful she is on the inside and the outside. She's just an amazing person. And the only way I've been able to see that is to stop and be in the moment. If that thing that sucks, that you do sucks, that's not an excuse for you to do it halfway. That's not an excuse for you to allow yourself to develop an attitude of, I'll just do enough. Because just doing enough at the shit that sucks is not going to get you to the stuff you love. I'm not just doing enough at this podcast. This is not just enough. I have mentioned the sound quality. There's some changes that have been happening, and I don't mention just enough as far as me just throwing some piece of crap out. I see the potential, this whole story, this whole thing you're saying. You know what this is? This is actually me living my dream. And thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate the fact that you show up for it. You see, when I changed, when I started looking at all the anger and all the things that I used to do, and I look at where I am now, and I realize what could be done and what has happened in my life. I mean, it's a major transformation. Most people are like, oh, bullshit. But how do you do what I've done? This is 175th podcast, and the story hasn't changed. When I figured it out, I said, I got a dream. I'm going to change the world. And I've always felt like I should on the inside. And people say, oh, that's crazy. Well, no, it's true. I've always felt like there was something better, something bigger I should be doing. And when I went to work at that prison, and when I went to work in education especially, that's when I realized the true value of people. The true value, and got to know the spirit of what the world is viewed as criminals. And they've broken the law, there's no doubt. There were plenty of guys in prison who broke the law. They all did. But that didn't make them bad people. It made them broken. It made them damaged. Hell, thank you for being part of my dream. When I got done with that, I said, well, hell, I can change the world. If you can change one man, you can change the world, right? If you can change one man, you can change the world. If you can change one woman, you can change the world. I'm digging it. I'm on a roll here. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm going to be. And it's because for all the hurdles, like right now I'm fighting my computer. I have an issue. I cannot upload or access my upload screen from my desktop. I can from my laptop and from my phone for my podcast. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. It doesn't crush me. It's not going to crush me. It's not going to make me quit. It's going to make me get better at it. I've been working on it, trying to figure it out. I've been in contact with the hosting service, and they're working on it too. But the reality is you have to rock it. the struggles. You have to rock the struggles too, because that's how you get to where you want to be. I've been struggling with sound. I was struggling in my relationship. It's funny now. I live with my best friend. Yeah, that's cool. How cool that is. It's like you wake up and you get to smile. I'm coming out of the bedroom like I'm laughing because of something that she has said to me or that we've shared the day before, some dream I had. Because I don't know about you, but when you get a good night's sleep and you dream good, that's cool. I like sharing my dreams. That's a weird dream sometimes. Rock the sucky stuff. Go ahead and rock it. The wins, learning that skill, acquiring that skill just to friggin' crush your struggle, just to put your fist on it. You know, I used to tell the guys in prison that talk about success and how scary it is and doing new things is scary. And I used to tell them, okay, so if you're out on the yard, you're out on the rec yard and someone comes up to you and disrespects you, are you going to be all half-ass about getting in a fight with them? And they're like, no, I'd crush them. You know, they're like, yeah, I'd crush them, right? You know, that's the attitude, right? That's how you have to face that shit you hate. Crush it. Crush it. Because that's the only two choices. You have the ability to drive that energy through that thing to go way over the top. Find it. Spin it out. Base it on something amazing. Base it on something that makes you go, yeah. Because you're not just going to look at some crappy task like your job and go there every day with no reason to go there, which is where most people are. I mean, let's face it. Look at your finances. And look at your finances and your time. Chances are, if you're like most people, you don't have any time and you got very, very little money. There aren't too many people in the country right now who have 3 months of savings in the bank. There isn't working class. That isn't happening because we've been trained to struggle to fight. I mean, we've been trained. This plan we've been given is broken, right? So we spend all our money and then we spend all our time working to try and pay for shit that we thought we needed, and all it did was trap us in a life of financial prison. And that's the truth. Well, even if you're in that financial prison right now and you cannot find a way to get motivated to rock the crappy stuff, you have to, because it's only by defining a better target, by picking a target that is worth going after, that energizes you, that you're going to be able to do it. Are you following me? Ass chewing time. Ooh, ass chewing time. Am I getting a little heavy on you there? Hey, listen, guys, sorry, but I show up every day, and I show up for a reason. I'm testing this shit out. I'm living this crap. I can go out right now. I can stop podcast. I'll finish this podcast. I'll go kayaking. And that would be the most important thing in my life today. That would be what I could do or what I had to do today. I'm not talking about giving up everything that you love. I'm talking about going after what you love. Do you really love those dusty boxes in the garage? All that crap? Hey, honey, you need to clean the garage. I can't get the car in. All right. Come in all pissed off because the kids have been digging around in the garage looking for crap, and boxes are off the shelves and they're all open and untaped, and you're like, ah, crap. It's funny. You don't have to love it to rock it. You don't have to love it. In fact, most of the stuff you will do to get to your best life, to wake up one day living your best life, is not going to be stuff you want to do. It's going to be stuff that sucks. It's going to be stuff that's centered around developing a better relationship and facing your faults and talking about shame and the things that you do wrong out of shame that impact your partner. It's not going to be easy, but you have to rock it if you want that great relationship. You have to be committed to be good at it. I'm great. I think my wife and I, Sandy and I, are just rocking it. We wake up every day excited about the shit we get to do because we've developed the ability to go, just walk past the struggle. We rock the crappy stuff. You know what? I'm the best when shit comes up, when stuff comes up between Sandy and I. By the time we're done talking, no matter where we are emotionally when that conversation starts, first of all, it never goes above a certain level, which is it never goes above a conversation. Okay? And the second thing is when we walk away from moments like that, we're closer. We're closer together. We're closer. We're more on the same page. We have reinforced that we are on the same page when it comes to who we are and what we want out of the life we share. And it's only by rocking the struggle, that resistance, that desire to want to talk to them, but we have these shields coming up, that old habit that you always use to deflect and to avoid the truth and to admit when we're wrong. You have to rock those moments. You have to rock what you suck at. You have to rock what is hard so you can train yourself to continue to do that, because that's really what it's about when you think about it. So, I don't know. It's a choice. It's a choice every day. Wake up every day thinking about all the things you have to do, all the things you're thankful for. And then ask yourself, is this really it? Have I reached the pinnacle of my life? Is this it? From here, it just goes downhill. I put on more weight. I get lazier. I don't move as much as I used to. Pretty soon the yard goes. Then the house needs maintenance, but there's not really any cash. You work at it, but you're not really into it. I did not want to have to hand wash and hand wax my fifth wheel. It's 41 foot long. It has 3.5 slides. But I rocked it. I did a damn good job of cleaning my rig. I cleaned every part of it. I cleaned the seals, and I checked all the caulking, and I checked screws. And it sucks. There's nothing fun about it. I would rather be kayaking, mountain biking, doing anything but that. I'd rather be hanging out on my computer, creating graphics, doing whatever I do, playing my guitar. But I rocked it. Got my system down. I got a really good system. It includes a bucket of hot water and some wax. And I rocked it. Because I need this house. I need this home to get me to where I want to be in life, to get me to those things I want to do, to live the life I want to live. That's the goal. And that's the story. That drives this story. That's what drives us to make sure that we keep everything organized, and that we work as a team, and that we work on our relationship and the ability to communicate and to grow as a couple and as individuals. It's friggin' cool as hell. I don't know if you're picking up on this. I'm going to talk it into the ground with you. Listen, no matter where you are in your life, you have the opportunity to do better. And all it amounts to is making a choice to take action. It starts with a thought. Starts with building up a story in your head about how amazing one thing in your life can be. And don't be picking no half-ass dream. Don't be picking no half-ass goal. Well, I'm going to lose 5 pounds because, my jeans I love don't fit me anymore. No, bullshit. Come on, go big with it. And you'll find the energy in it to do it. But it has to be connected to who you are. And that's the truth. No matter what choice you make, in order for you to be the best you can be at it, has to be connected to who you are, to what you truly love, to things that inspire you and add fuel to your tank. So keep it in mind. You can rock this life. I know I am. I know I'm really excited about what's going on. I'm really happy about the new sound quality. I've kind of got this mic back in order. I feel like I'm good. Feel a lot more relaxed, and I feel ready to go every day. Listen, I found my niche. I love to talk. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm not sure if you love to listen. If you love to interact with me, let me know what's going on in your life. Let me know what you're doing. If you're facing a struggle, let me know. I bet I can give you some advice. It'd be a great suggestion for a podcast, because I'm not afraid of any subject. I really, except for politics, I don't do politics and religion, because that makes enemies out of friends. And I'm trying to keep as many friends as I can. I hope you'll do the same. Keep a kind heart. Wake up every day excited about your life. Wake up every day energized about the things you get to do. And be thankful. And as always, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.